Okay, so today is Tuesday, February 25th. I was going to do my timer, but no, we got a clock right here.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about number talks, which Brittany just said she had a training on.
Yeah, we had a PD, it was probably like 2 months ago, and it was with the instructional coach, and she ended up having us do it. It was actually a lot of fun. Like, I'm terrible at math, but I enjoyed it. Like, it was fun.
I think it's cool too. I actually did one problem with every member of my family, and everybody came up with something different, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Zach did not come up with the answer, but I think it was hard. It was like 12 times 15 or something.
Okay.
So, anyways, I had to. It is not 6, but. So for this, I designed a number talk. So we're a special education class, and I'm saying that because there's someone new that is grading these, so that I don't think that person knows me as well. So I'm gonna try to administer this talk to one student, just because our kids, it's hard. I think it would be too difficult to do more than one.
Yeah, their expressive language skills aren't really there.
And we just don't have the capability. And we do have the capability because we do a lot of one-on-one work. So I actually chose a story problem because that's something that we've been working on and pulling the numbers out. But I want to see if this student can do it mentally. I'm going to give a chance to do it mentally.
Okay.
Like maybe 1 minute.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate it's gonna happen. But then I've got a plan for like all the manipulatives we're gonna have, and we're gonna have a special prize at the end. And there's another student I'd like to do a different one with.
Okay.
And we'll make it seem like it's a new fun game that we're doing.
Yeah. They won't even realize that they're learning.
I know, and I think it really is cool because I learned, like even when I did the number talk myself, the 12 times 15, my instinct was just to line them up.
Yeah.
And multiply the ones and then do the tens place.
Yeah.
But that is so slow compared to what you really could do.
What else could you do?
Like where I was, and so then I was like, oh my gosh, no one ever taught me that I could do it a different way. But you
That's
can,
true, I guess.
like, so I took like 10 times 15, which is easy, 150. And then I only had to, after that, you only have to do 2 times 15, which is also easy.
Oh.
30. And then you add them together.
Yeah,
180.
That makes sense.
Like, it would probably take me forever to do it the other way.
Yeah.
And then my daughter and my husband did it in some weird, wacky way where they broke up numbers. She doubled and halved, but she, of course, has been raised on this.
That's
So I actually had to connect this to a standard. And one way that this is really cool, I don't know, was your PD based on Gen Ed or SPED?
Gen Ed.
Of course. Okay, so I actually just did this. Like first I had to make a video of myself doing a number talk, just number talk. And then I had to make one for like special ed because they do say that you should give them manipulatives and give them more tools and language, maybe even give them the language. Like that was the other thing, to use words like greater than. Don't say what's bigger. Like say bigger is greater. But of course that's hard. Those are hard words because they're not words that
we use every day.
Yeah, we don't use them every day, but giving students the math language while you're doing it. So let's see, my accommodations are very similar to accommodations we give all the time. Except like I thought about you, I was like, the expressive vocabulary, that's what we're lacking because I don't know how to help.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any ideas.
With the expressive, I feel like just modeling and then eventually like they'll start repeating it. Like I feel like it's just a repetitive model, especially with the kiddo that you're thinking about doing this with. Like
Yeah.
I think it would end up working eventually. It's just a lot of repetitiveness.
Yeah, I think that student will eventually actually be able to work it out, but then we have others who do the scripting. And I feel like that is not...
That's gonna have to be like a lot of visuals, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like I used to have, like when we would do math, we had a number line and I would just have like a red arrow and it would point this way to go subtract, and then a green arrow, and then I'd have to be like, red or green, which one? And we started out with like addition and subtraction as like a color, and then we moved on to
Yeah. Because they really truly understand the operations. Our students that have a little less comprehension. But yeah, you're right. That takes a lot longer to get there. Let me see. Again, these are all of my accommodations that we do all the time. You may go. And then I had to I have the whole thing, and I have these special stickers that I'm going to use as an incentive. Like, this will be fun. I used to use them during tutoring. And then the other thing is that you need to know all the ways that you can do it so that you're not surprised. If somebody comes up with some way and you're like, oh. Because I could totally see that happening to me. So that's why I was like, I even did a Google search, like, is there anything I'm missing?
Yeah.
Which made me feel incompetent a little bit. But I mean, my mind just does not.
Yeah, we weren't raised doing it that way, and I feel like that's like the hard disconnect with like teaching math now versus how we learned math.
You're so right.
Like, there's just a disconnect.
Our like cohort is really going to be different, but we're trying, and I think this is a good way to do it because I practiced it. Like, I tried to do it, even though it's just a story problem with single digit addition. I was like, okay, how many ways could I do this? And so I picked 3 because I don't anticipate that my student will even come up with anything other than what we've already done.
Yeah.
So then we're going to talk about 3 different ways and the manipulatives that we'll use. And then I've also heard another teacher talking about making 10 because 10's friendly and easy to work with.
Yeah.
And I think our students would get that. Like, it's Miss Bain who has said that.
Okay.
She's like, oh, friendly. 10 is so friendly.
Oh.
So easy to work with. And I thought, it really is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
Why did no one tell us that? All right, so that's it. And let's try it. I would love to try this today when I'm doing my small group. And
Let's do it.
I'm trying to think if I have, because I need to be asking you questions, but I feel like I asked you plenty of questions already.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like until you do it, I mean, it's like a trial and error. Like, we're going to see what happens, and then we can go from there.
Yeah. And the goal is to see which strategy is easiest, because every kid is going to find something easier. Like my one friend who wants to sit there and do base 10 blocks in a really weird way. And then our, others that want to draw pictures, and that's okay. But just giving them the tools to know that they can do other things. So, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.